Welcome to a brand new session on advertising. Today, we will discuss the basics of advertising. Advertising is used for communicating business information to the present and prospective customers. It usually provides information about the advertising firm, its product qualities, place of availability of its product, etc. In the modern age of large production, producers cannot think of pushing sale of their products without advertising them. Advertising has acquired great importance in the modern world where, in spite of tough competitions in the market and fast changes in technology, one can find fashion and taste in the customers. American Marketing Association defines advertising as any form of non-personal presentation of goods, services or ideas for action openly paid for by an identified sponsor. Now, let us take this statement apart and see what it means. Any form. Advertisement could be a sign, symbol, illustration, verbal message, etc. Advertisement can be in any form that best conveys the message. 2. It can be non-personal. That distinguishes advertising from personal selling, as advertising is an indirect form of conveying message. 3. Good service or ideas. Advertising promotes goods, service ideas. It could also promote persons and parties, places and events as well as institutions. 4. For action. Advertising is always paid for. It is not free. So, it is distinguished from free publicity. 5. By an identified sponsor. People or groups who do not identify themselves do a lot of publicity and propaganda. In such cases, a kind of manipulative or malicious intent is associated. However, in the case of advertising, no such intent is present as the sponsor is always identified. Advertising can be called a game that is played among 5 key players. They are advertiser, advertising agencies, the support organization, the media and the consumer. Origin and development of advertising. The term advertising is originated from the Latin word adverto, that means to turn to. The meaning of the word advertising was popular as to mark, to consider or to take note of, etc. By the beginning of the 18th century, the meaning changed to persuade. Persuasion is a primary element of advertising. Whether in ancient or modern advertising, persuasion had always been an integral part of successful advertising. In order to understand what the advertising industry is today, it is helpful to appreciate where it has come from. The origin of advertising as a public announcement can be traced back to the town criers and the village drummers. They used their lungs to shout out their own or others' messages. The messages could relate to government proclamation or even to sales of goods on specific market days. Modern advertising was made possible by the invention of printing and the subsequent attempt to print notices, posters and bills in large numbers. However, the Industrial Revolution in Europe combined with the large-scale urbanization and mass production of goods and the growth of publishing business that made the expansion of competitive advertising possible. Mass production resulted in the need to market the products as they rolled out of factories. Advertising was hit upon as a powerful tool to stimulate public demand for standardized factory products. Space sellers entered the business world to act as middlemen or brokers between the manufacturers and the press. Features and functions of advertising. Advertising facilitates the large-scale marketing. Advertising is within the scope of promotion, which is an element in the marketing mix. It is getting popularity in the present highly competitive and consumer-oriented marketing. Largest communication techniques are used for making it more attractive and agreeable. The main purpose of advertising is to give information, attract attention, create awareness and influence the buying behavior of consumers. Advertising is crucial in marketing, but it is also equally important and essential to social, cultural and political aspects of our lives. Main features of advertising are: it provides information. It provides information about products or services to prospective buyers. The details of products such as features, uses, prices, benefits, manufacturer's name and so on. 2. Paid communication. It is a form of paid communication. The advertiser pays to the media for giving publicity to the ad message, and they also design the size, slogan, etc. 3. Non-personal presentation. Advertising is non-personal in character as against salesmanship, which is a personal or face-to-face communication. Here, the message is given to all and not to one specific individual. This rule is applicable to all media including the press. However, even in it, target consumers or target market can be selected for marketing and ad appeal. 4. Publicity. Advertising publicizes goods, services, ideas and events. It is primarily for giving information to consumers. This information is related to the features and benefits of goods and services of different types. 5. Primarily for persuasion. Advertising aims at the persuasion of potential customers. It attracts attention towards a particular product, creates a desire to have it and finally induce consumers to visit the market and purchase the same. 6. Target oriented. Advertising becomes effective and result oriented when it is targeted. A targeted advertisement intensively focuses on a specific market or a particular group of customers. 7. Arts, science and profession. Advertising is an art, a science and a profession, and this is now universally accepted. It is an art as it needs creativity for raising its effectiveness. It is a science as it has its principles or rules. It is also a profession as it has a code of conduct for its members and operator within standards set by its organized bodies. 8. The element of marketing mix. Advertising is an important part of a marketing mix. It supports the sale promotion efforts of the manufacturer. It makes a positive contribution to sales promotion provided other elements in the marketing mix are reasonably favorable. 9. Creativity. Advertising is a method of presenting a product in an artistic, attractive and agreeable manner. It is possible through the element of creativity. The creative people introduce creativity in advertisement. Purpose of advertising. An advertisement is just not for information but for a purpose. This purpose is to motivate a desirable action. People use advertising to achieve a variety of objectives. The broad functions are to inform, educate and persuade. Institutional and ideas advertising are designed to create a favorable attitude and acceptability. The advertising serves many purposes. They are: marketing. Marketing is a strategic process business that is used to satisfy consumer needs and wants through goods and services to reach target audiences. Marketing uses many tools of promotion. 2. Communication. Advertising is a commercial form of mass communication. It transmits different types of marketing information and tries to match buyers and sellers in the marketplace. 3. Economic role. Advertisement plays an important role in the economy by helping the society to achieve abundance by informing and persuading people about products, services and goods. Advertising assists in the development of judgment on the part of consumers in their purchase practice. 4. Social role. Advertising plays a number of social roles. It informs us about new and improved products. Sometimes it tells us how to use certain products. It also helps us compare products and services. 5. Improve sales. Advertising can also be for winning back the lost consumers by announcing some improvements, new schemes, attractive packages or better quality of the product or services. 6. Provide satisfaction. A consumer buys a product or service for the satisfaction it provides. The interest is not in the product or service for itself, but in the satisfaction it provides. It can be psychological too. 7. Sells lifestyle. Advertising also sells lifestyle. Advertising creates demands for the new products and hence creates lifestyle. 8. Provide employment. Advertising stimulates economy by providing employments to many people. 9. Revenue for the media. Majority of the mass media depend on advertising as a major source of revenue. And finally, influence public opinion. Advertisement copy. In the words of William J. Stanton, the copy in an advertisement is defined as a written or spoken material in it, including headline, coupons and advertiser's name and address, as well as the main body of the message. An ad copy or advertisement copy is a creative piece of writing comprising of some unique elements intended to feature in a particular medium. A copy consists of only one word or many words, but it surely fulfills the essence of its objectives. An advertising copy consists of headline, subheads, captions, body copy, slogan and logos. Characteristics of an ad copy. It should be properly worked and cover every detail with regards to the product. Various considerations or essentials of a property drafted advertisement copy are as under. The salient features or characteristics of a good advertisement copy are brevity. A copy should be brief as it will have more chances of attractiveness. Clarity. The message should be clear at first reading itself. Aptness. The message should be pointed towards the prospects. It must have a tone agreeable to the respect. Interesting. An ad copy should be able to tickle the audience and must stimulate their curiosity to read the message. Personal. The message should be directly addressed to the readers so that every reader forms an opinion that is directed to him or her only. Convincing. The ad copy should be persuasive enough to lead the reader towards buying the product. Advertisement layout. A layout is a sketch plan of a proposed advertisement that would feature in a particular media. It serves a plan for the advertisement. Layout gives an idea about the size, position and color weight values of different elements in an ad. The layout must be prepared separately from the copy and must indicate the kind of type to be used, the amount of space to be apportioned, the border to be used and the exact position of the illustration, if any, to be included. The layout is a plan of an advertisement and makes the work of the printer easier. A good layout will have the following features. Balance. A proper balance must be ensured in size, color, shape and density of element. Unity. Unity can be achieved when the elements appear as a component part or a single unit. There should be unity between the elements. Clarity. The various elements should be arranged in such a way that the message is understood clearly. Simplicity. Too many elements in an advertisement should be avoided. The simpler the layout, the clearer the message. Emphasis. The important element should be given much emphasis. Emphasis must be brought about by placing the most important feature at or near the optical center. Proportion. An appropriate division of space among the various elements like headline, illustration, subhead, etc. White space. It refers to the space which is not occupied by the copy. Effective use of white space helps to achieve balance in the layout and it also reduces crowd appearances. Different types of advertisements. Advertisement can be divided into two broad categories. One is consumer advertising that is directed at the public and another one is trade advertising which is directed at wholesalers or distributors who resell to the public. Consumer advertising can be further divided into national advertising and local advertising. National advertising is aimed at consumers through the entire country which attempt to create awareness among the public of a product or service. Local advertising is aimed at informing people in a particular area where they can purchase a product or service. Depending upon the types of people who receive the message of advertisement, we can identify other different types of advertising as follows. Consumer product advertising. This is done to impress the consumer. Consumer is a person who buys a product or service for his personal use. The manufacturer of the product does this type of advertising. Industrial advertising. This is called business to business advertising. This is done by the industrial manufacturer or his distributors and is designed that it increases the demand of industrial product or services manufactured by the manufacturer. Trade advertising. Trade advertising is done by the manufacturer to persuade wholesalers and retailers to sell his goods. Professional advertising. This is done by manufacturers and distributors to influence the professionals of a particular trade or business stream. These professionals recommend or prescribe the products of these manufacturers to the ultimate buyer. Financial advertising. Banks, financial institutions and corporate firms issue advertisements to collect funds from markets. They publish prospects and application forms and place them at those points where the prospects investors can easily spot them. Product, service and institutional advertising. Product advertising is the most common type of advertising. The dominant focus is the product itself rather than the name of the company or manufacturer. Classified advertising. They provide valuable information in a dry matter of fact manner. Useful information about employment market, about births, deaths, engagements and marriages, about the availability of various services such as tuitions and about various items on sale. Public service advertising. Public service or social service advertising is the newest term for development advertising. This type of advertising focuses on social issues like family planning, national integration, pollution and care for the aged and disabled, cautious driving, campaigns against alcohol, drugs and smoking. Industrial advertising. In this type of advertising, they may have descriptions that might be precise and technical. The appeal is down to earth and rational. Corporate or institutional advertising. The aim is to build a good public image for a corporate. This type focuses on a company's activities in research, development and quality control, on its sponsorship of educational, cultural and sports programs and on its consumer service and social service programs. Outdoor or out of home, otherwise termed OOH advertising. This includes a vast range of publicity media from wall paintings, posters, buses, trains, train stations, airports, billboards and hoardings. Online advertising. Online advertising is a form of promotion that uses the internet and World Wide Web for the express purpose of delivering marketing message to attract customers. Mobile advertising. Mobile advertising is a form of advertising via mobile phones or other mobile devices. It is a subset of mobile marketing. Depending upon the response from the target customers, advertising can be further classified into three types. They are direct action advertising. This is used to get immediate response from the customers. Example, purchase coupons in a magazine. Indirect action advertising. This type of advertising exercise is carried out to make a positive effect on the mind of the reader or viewer. After getting the advertising, he does not rush to buy the product, but he develops a favorable image in his mind. Surrogate advertising. Surrogate advertising is that form of advertising which is restored to market such goods and services which are not permitted to be advertised directly under the law. Advertising agencies. An advertising agency is a service-based business dedicated to creating, planning and handling advertisements for its clients. According to the American Association of Advertising Agencies, an agency is an independent business organization composed of creative people and business people who develop, prepare and place advertising for sellers seeking to find customers for their goods and services. An ad agency includes businesses and corporations, non-profit organizations and government agencies. Agencies may be hired to produce television commercials, radio commercials, online advertising, mobile marketing and AR advertising as part of advertising campaign. Role of advertising agencies: creating an advertisement on the basis of information gathered about the product, doing research on the company and the product and reactions of the customers. 3. Planning for the type of media to be used, when and where to be used and for how much time to be used. 4. Taking the feedbacks from the clients as well as the customers and then deciding the further line of action. Agencies can be classified by the range of services they offer. There are basically 5 types of advertising agencies. 1. Full service agencies. Large size agencies deals with all stages of advertisement. Different expert people for different departments, starts work from gathering data and analyzing and ends on payment of bills to the media people. 2. Interactive agencies. Modernized modes of communication are used. Uses online advertisements, sending personal messages on mobile phones, etc. The ads produced are very interactive, having very new concepts and very innovative ideas. 3. Creative boutiques. Very creative and innovative ads. No other function is performed other than creating actual ads. Small sized agencies with their own copywriters, directors and creative people. 4. Media buying agencies. Buys place for advertisement and sells it to the advertisers. Sells time in which advertisement will be placed, schedules slots at different television channels and radio stations. Finally, supervises or checks whether the ad has been telecasted at opted time and place or not. 5. In-house agencies. As good as a full service agencies. Big organization prefers these type of agencies which are inbuilt and work only for them. These agencies work as per the requirements of the organizations. Now, let us summarize the session. From this session, we familiarize some basic concept of advertisements. Advertising is a complex business and an ever-changing science. New ideas and media uses are being devised all the time, and as the advertising industry switches emphasis from media to media and as new technologies and lifestyle trends develop, advertisements also have entered into a changing phase. According to target audience and purposes, there are different types of advertisements for fulfilling their aspirations. The main function of advertising is to create awareness about the product and services. There are different types of advertisements depending upon the type of people who receive the message and the response from the target customers. To make an advertisement attractive, there are advertising agencies. Advertising agencies are business dedicated to creating, planning and handling advertisement for its clients. Now, let us try to answer the following questions. 1. Consider the different types of advertisement and analyze each one with examples. 2. Evaluate advertising agencies in India. 3. Conduct a study on advertising's impact on Indian economy. Books for your references. Frank Jeffkins' book Advertising, published by Macmillan, New Delhi. B. N. Ahuja's Advertising, published by Surjeet Publications, New Delhi. Rajiv Batra and John J. Myers, Advertising Management. Brand Positioning by Subrato Sen Gupta, Tata McGraw-Hill, New Delhi. Social Communication in Advertising by W.S. Klein Lees and Sood Jali, Methuen, New York. Indian Advertising by Arun Chowdhury, Tata McGraw-Hill, New Delhi. Thank you for watching this session on advertising. Hope this was informative. We will come back with more details on advertising. See you next time. Thank you.